but it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. You know where we can find that?
Yes.
It's in Wrestling Ham.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm your Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. You know where we can find that?
Yes.
It's in Wrestling Ham.
That's right.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. It is the Awesome Cast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it is the Awesome Cast with the sound effect stylings of the one Kid Mental out here on the couch. Yes.
Yeah, baby.
I love it. I love this.
We got
vibe.
one more person. Who's that?
Oh, wait. It is Dave Ponder with us once again. The internet seems to be working much better.
Hell yeah.
You're on a different computer, so it looks
I'm
a
on
little
a different computer. I think that's the issue.
Yeah, well,
The old girl, the old 27-inch girl is going away. I think is on her last legs.
that's pretty much it. How old is the other laptop that was having issues last week?
Well, no, it's an iMac.
It's an iMac. Okay.
Yeah, it's an iMac. So
it's about right. We are talking Apple.
Yeah. So 2017. So I could say around 7 years.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
No, and it may even be fixable, but
Mine
I
is
don't
like-
know how hard it's going to fix it. How hard it would be to fix it.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do to fix it?
Well, you probably have to take it in, and whatever's wrong is they're gonna end up. They're gonna replace the entire board, which is because everything's on the same damn board. on those
Well, wait a
things.
minute. It's old enough. Wait a minute. This thing's old enough that there is replaceable memory.
Yeah, memory. But if there's anything else,
But I think it's the fan.
'cause
It's
for-
the fan.
for
I think it's the
me-
fan that's going on.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, so this is the Awesome Cast. This is not the How Broke is Dave Stuff show. So
broke.
we're gonna help you with some new shiny, hopefully here in this
Some
show.
new
Maybe I don't
shiny.
know what's on the docket. I don't know. It was a weird news week.
New
It's a
shiny.
holiday week. It's
It's a
happy post President's Day. Hope you all celebrated the American way. with mattress sales, and I did say Happy President's Day. I hope you celebrate accordingly. And I can't repeat some of the responses that came out from my text messages, so
okay.
we're not going to be that kind of show. Anyways, people have some opinions that I found out. So, anyways, this is the AwesomeCast, and we get into our awesome thing of the week. There you go. And let's go with the physical stuff.
The physical.
We got a physical something in hand. Kid Mental has in his hand.
Boom.
Right there, out of focus. There it is. There it is. Autofocus. Thank you. That is for the audio people out there.
Flipper Zero.
The Flipper Zero. We've heard so much about this thing. I think we talked about. There's a little animation going on there. What's going on there? I can't see.
It's a little praying mantis.
It's a praying mantis
and a dolphin.
and a dolphin. Wait, what are they doing together? I don't do.
Taking a video.
Oh, okay.
Is the dolphin taking a video of the praying mantis dancing? I don't know. My
Nice.
son was using it, so I got it today, and I updated it via my phone through Bluetooth, and we headed over here. So I gave it to him while I was driving, and he figured some things out about it that I didn't know we could do, and I'm excited. I've been just waiting to have enough gig money to get one of these because I'm just excited about the technology that's on it. And a lot of the technology you can get yourself and make and do your own modding, but like it's the Flipper Zero. Come on, like.
It's a multi-tool device for geeks.
Yes, it is.
And it can do a lot. Some things that maybe we don't talk about here.
See the infrared?
I
got the infrared right there. So, like, the next thing I'm going to do is when I get home, I'm going to program this to all of my TVs so that I can change the channel whenever I feel like it.
With the one thing in your pocket.
That's the one thing in my pocket. I can do that.
Does it go on a keychain?
It can. It can. It has this little hooky where you can put the little string right through that double loop and pop.
I see it's got a SD card on there as well.
Yeah,
that you can load some stuff on there.
Yeah, probably put it's like a 64 gig. I don't think you need that big of a card because of the capacity for little files and things.
Yeah.
It's not going to need it.
So what was your appeal to this? There's a lot of, you can play games on it. They call it a cyber buddy.
Yeah.
You can the things there, it's a transceiver, so you can change the channel and things like that. Like I've got the universal remote dongle for my phone, for instance. Like it can do that kind of function, right?
It does, yeah. It has that. It has RFID. It has NFC. It has some other things that I don't know, which my appeal is
You're learning.
I'm learning, yeah. And it's like a little fun tool to have and to learn it right here, the things that I didn't even know I needed to learn. And I think that's the appeal to this, is it's making it fun to learn these things and security and trying to learn more about that, because this technology, a lot of this technology has been out for a very, very long time, so it's not like it's brand new things that I'm learning. I'm just learning on a lot of old technology, and I want to know more, and this was pretty expensive for my taste.
It's about $200, I think, right?
Yeah, it was $200 plus shipping and handling or whatever. So it was about $2 something, and I've always wanted it. I'm like, yay! I have a toy that I can learn. I'm literally learning with it, and that's the appeal. The appeal. Oh, that I could segue into my other awesome thing of the week if that, because I said peel.
Well, I would say, like, what are you, like, obviously you're just starting to discover this thing, but like, what what uses are you kind of seeing out of it other than changing your remotes?
I want to learn a little bit more about how RF works. I want to learn these NFC tags, because you can make your own NFT tags, which are pretty dope, because as a event planner, we go to events and we basically interface with the community. It can interface with consumers and everything on a daily basis. And I want to make it less invasive, like an NFC that's not so invasive where somebody's like, oh my goodness, they hacked my phone. But like, I want to learn a little bit more about these because you could just send information by just having your phone hover over it and it sends that information.
And there is a little bit of like, it does also reveal like where the holes are, right?
Yeah.
So that helps you understand like, okay, if I'm doing this, how safe am I using this device for this purpose?
Yes. And then you could explain to people like, look, that's not even, you don't really have anything to worry about because, and then I can say, because I don't know right now, but I do know an inkling about the information that you don't have to be too worried about it. So like the more that I know, the more I can share with other people, more I can teach my kids. I know my son's been on this since I've had it, and I'm sure he can teach me some things right now. So I'm here for the learning experience.
I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And it has like a good chunkiness to it.
It does. It's got that chunk.
Honestly, it reminds me of some like. The Mattel football games from the early 80s. It's that big chunky white plastic.
The Tecmo board, the tiger.
No, the Mattel ones with the red LEDs on it.
Yeah, with the red LEDs. Yeah,
that might be.
That's
I think they were from like the early 80s or even the 70s. To be honest,
that's wow.
But it's that like overbuilt. We're not trying to be sleek. We're not trying to be, sexy, if you will, for technology. We got a big hunk of plastic here.
I'm pretty sure they use all of. Did you see the breakaway on the website? Like that, all of the different devices that are, you could get these real small, the transmitters and everything, but putting them all together in one little device, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So, like I said, MCU antennas on it, all kinds of fun stuff in there you can play with. So
it's a hefty boy,
and it's kind of open. It isn't really kind of the Raspberry Pi of transceivers.
Yeah.
So
right, I love it. What's going on now? What is it doing?
What is it doing? What am I looking at here? Is it recording?
I hope it's not.
The dolphin's doing something. The dolphin is listening. The dolphin has headphones on, and there's like a reel-to-reel machine going on.
Well, I don't even see. This is what I can't. I don't know. Oh, it's on.
How long have you had it?
Just what, like 2 hours, right?
Oh, no.
That's it, yeah.
Just long enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, we just got it today.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm sure you'll report back as you kind of discover how that thing goes.
Yes,
so if you're interested in that, you can go to flipper0.1.com. I'm sorry, flipper0.1. There's no .com. The .1 is the .com. So
ONE.
Yes, absolutely. And all spelling out the letters, obviously. So what is your secondary awesome thing?
I just texted it to you, but I guess that was the wrong thing to do. I was trying to put it in.
I'll bring it up. No, I got text over here. I got text over here for sure.
So I don't know how I said Peele, but Jordan. Oh my goodness. Jordan Peele released an anthology, like I guess you would call it an anthology, right? It's a book with a whole bunch of different short stories in it, right? Okay, it's called Out There Screaming. This is not the first book of this caliber. It's just people. I don't know. It's black horror though, and me personally, I just love horror and science fiction horror or speculative fiction horrors in books.
And his movies are tremendous.
They're just wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, his book, so he's just an editor. Like he's just helped to put it together. That's it. And his name's on it. So it gets to sell.
I see, like he's brought to you by, just like Sam Raimi, brought to you by Sam Raimi. These horror movies that from that they brought him from like Korea or something, right?
Yeah.
Or a remade or something. I feel like that's the same thing happening here. Like Jordan Peele, I just saw the ad. It was a Monkey Man, which looks like India John Wick.
Yeah,
is the best way to describe it.
Yeah,
and I know that's not going to be truly what it is, but it looks like a bit from the trailer. So this is Out There Screaming, by edited by Jordan Peele. So it's still. Like it's going through his filter. Yeah, it's good enough for him to put his name on, right?
Him and what's the guy's name? What's the other guy's name on the book? It says it right there on the I'm probably gonna get it for not remembering his name. John Joseph Adams. Now look that name up.
Okay.
There's a lot of different. I think I read his Wastelands is a post-apocalyptic anthology of different things, and that was a great book. The ones I read with him were wonderful. And this one has Nnedi Okorafor. She's a futurist, author. She's phenomenal. I love her work. So every time I see her come out, I have to read one of her stories. So
what was her name again?
Nnedi Okorafor. That's it's two N's. Nnedi Okorafor. Nnedi Okorafor. She's done the Black Harry Potter, which I would like to call it. Okay. That's my version. I say it's a Black Harry Potter because it's a coming of age book series. I'm pretty sure it's called Akata Warrior or Akata it's like it's the African magic, the African, like everything's African, like you're in Harry Potter.
It's at like tribal magic or something like that, like that they would have, or like
it's like Harry Potter, like the Potter, wizards and the witches who but it's not these white people running around like throwing Leviosos at you. It's literally the heritage of the Africans. And you learn as that's in my blood. I'm learning this, and I'm like, I wish that I had this when I was growing up instead of watching.
This is the Desert Magician's duology? Is that it?
Shadow Speaks is her new.
Okay.
This one's new.
Okay.
Like Thunder, I didn't get to read that one. That's book 2, but keep going down. It should. Binti is actually on Hulu, I think.
Okay.
That Binti trilogy, I'm pretty sure is on. Well, I heard it was on Hulu, but I'm not sure if it's. I didn't get to watch it because what's the sense of watching it? That book was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Akata Warrior, Akata Woman, Akata Witch. So this girl it's a coming of age story of this albino African girl who's, she's already different because she's albino and she's growing up just like Harry Potter was different, blah, 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 blah. But like this story, dude, I love
the Nigerian Harry Potter, they're calling it.
Oh, they did call it that.
Yeah, they're calling it that.
Yo, I didn't even know that. I'm so under the rock. I just listen.
Affectionately dubbed the Nigerian Harry Potter.
Dude,
That's cool.
That's cool. Because like remember the games that they would, like each book would have the games and they would do that was it. Like, and she was learning her power and her friends was learning their powers.
Love it.
Dude, like just that black love I never had. You know what I mean? Like growing up on Lion Witch Wardrobe, growing up on these different stories that were not about me. It didn't have anything to do about me. Not even a heritage of me, and getting all of that in these stories is great. Me and my sons watched, if you've seen on the bottom, it says Ikenga. We read that book together. It's just so much black love. But she's in this Turn. What's his name? Turn. Let me. What's his name? Cadwell Turnbull. That dude can write his ass off. And Rebecca Rowanhorse, God, she is. Oh my God. Like, so I read both of their stories already. They're just phenomenal. Great stories. I haven't read Nnedi's story yet, but this is just a breath of fresh air to be able to. And it sucked because I had a couple of books that I had took out. One was Black AF Black AF History. Is American Black AF History. That book is great. It's talking about American history, but from the actual side or just the black side of things. And then the other book that I'm reading is 90s. It's 90s a book. It's called The 90s, a book. And of course you guys should read it because it's just about the things that are going on. But yeah, like Out There Screaming is a fresh breath, Yep.
It's so fresh.
Yes, there it is. I love it. It's just great, and it's like good to see my people all in one area and doing good stuff.
For those with the busy schedules and such that maybe not reading, are there audiobooks to your awareness for this?
Yes, that is what I am quote unquote reading. And I'm on Libby, so Libby actually has those books. They're brand new books that's just been out, but Libby actually has them. And if your Libby doesn't have them, just go to your library and tell them that you want it.
That's the Hoopla as well, right?
It's like Hoopla, yeah. Hoopla is different.
Are you in a different system than we are?
No, like so Libby. If you use Libby is basically like your library where you have to wait in line on holds and things.
Right.
Hoopla, on the other hand,
is more instant.
Yes. So it's curated. They're both curated differently, but with Hoopla, you only get like 5 different takeouts at per 30 days or something like that. Where this one is like you could borrow if something's available, you can just borrow it now and return it, borrow it next. The other one is Canopy with a K, and Overdrive. Overdrive is where. Basically, I think Overdrive and Libby, I think they're still married in some way. I think Libby came from Overdrive, so I think they're under the same system. So, if you take a book out on Overdrive, it's probably going to be out on the other. But I suggest just getting a couple of library cards from other people that you know around the globe, and just putting those into your Libby, and you can use either one to check out your book. If it's not available in your town, maybe you can use somebody else's library card.
Maybe.
My mom uses mine, so she's returned several of my books I'm halfway reading.
Oh,
I'm like, when I was a delivery driver, I'm like, oh, I'm about done with this story, and then it's gone, and I'm like, what? And my mom was like, I was reading this book and it didn't sound familiar, so I returned it. And I'm like, that was my
I actually had a really interesting thing today. It was kind of similar to this. I was watching a video that when we talk about office hours, I had actually a tweet on Mastodon that went semi-viral.
Toots? They call them toots?
Yeah, they call them toots over there. But
like farting?
Yeah. Maybe no, it's a toot because it's a mastodon. It's an elephant, so it goes toot toot with the snout or something. I think that's where it comes from. Yeah. Either way you want to go. But anyways, like I'm literally watching a video from a stream from this morning, and apparently at that moment while I'm watching it, they had set it to private because they edited the front stream off of it. Like you know how we have the intro here on the show.
Yeah.
Like they that little. That countdown clock, they delete that and repost it. And I was in the middle of watching it when they did that. It literally stopped. And I'm like, what is going on? Plus, we were having some internet trouble today, too, that I had just fixed. And I'm like, what? I just fixed this thing. And it turned out, like I said, no longer available. And I went back and it was like, oh, no. I think I was around here. But they had all the chapters and stuff in there. So I was like, okay, they were talking about this stuff.
That's cool because technology is weird. I was on one of my favorite podcasts. I was listening to a podcast like 3 years ago or something, and I'm listening to this whole thing. I got up early and I'm listening to it, and it's over, and I'm like, wait a minute, I want to go back, and I went to go back, and it was like gone, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like texting my friend, I'm like, did you listen to the whatever? And they're like, what are you talking about? And then like 2 episodes later, they're like, sorry guys, we accidentally uploaded the wrong thing. And I'm like, I know I'm not crazy. I knew it. So it was like a episode they're never going to re-release again. Like I got to listen to it, but I don't remember it.
Awesome. Well, hey, partner, you have an awesome thing of the week that may also play along with this, or with our previous awesome thing. Thing of the week. Partner.
Yep. No, we're just waiting for the music to stop. Like I said, it's a little broken up over Zoom, so I'm just trying. I'm half listening to it here.
I know something's happening.
Something.
Yes. So this is a new app that I downloaded, and we got 3 months of Apple Arcade with Ruth's new phone. And so it's Lego, but it's very relaxed. It's a puzzle game, but it's very relaxing.
What is it called?
It's Lego Builder.
Yeah,
downloading right now.
Yep, Builder's Journey is what it's called.
It's on Apple Arcade, but I believe it's on several other platforms, probably including Android as well. So definitely. I remember playing this when it first came out on Apple Arcade. for a little bit. It is kind of one of those fun little builder journey. Like, I think you're just moving things and trying to get through the platform. It's kind of like a Monument Valley kind of thing, isn't it?
It's not
exactly. Yeah.
It's not
but it's just nice. It's a puzzle, but it's not like a stressed puzzle.
Dang it! It's not on here.
That's the only mobile. It's on literally everything else. It's on Steam, Apple Arcade, Epic Store, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation.
It's called Builder's Journey, right?
Yeah, Lego Builder's Journey.
It's not on here.
It's not on Android.
Nope.
So, anyways,
I'm guessing because it's on Apple Arcade, Apple paid them a good amount of money.
So, anyways, tell us more about this game.
Yeah. Okay, so basically you have to. I know my internet's going crazy again.
You're fine.
You basically have to pick up and move. Now there's two parts to it. One right there is kind of the story where you pick up and move. Basically, it's a Lego to move around. You can for that when you're trying to build so the one person gets to the other side and be a hiker. And there's one level where when you finish, you can see there's a slide there. There's one level where you finish and you build a camp with a campfire, and then you put out. But the one thing is, this is one thing I think that's really good for kids. It doesn't give you a lot of instructions.
Love it.
All it tells you is click to pick up, move around, and then hold to put it down. That's all it tells you. And you just kind of have to figure out what you need to do.
This is sick.
Yeah, and obviously not that quick, but yeah. So you can basically, as part of that, you're building as you're going along. But they also have a builders area. So some of it's journey, some of it's builders like that. Like that's a builder area where you just given a flat area and they just throw bricks at you and you can build whatever you want, just like if you had Legos. And make your own.
It's like
thing.
Give you a virtual bucket of Legos.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So and you can just do until you want to do it, and but on the journey side, you're just journeying along. You're going around. You can move the board around to get a different view. But I was on one. I was like, okay, what do I do here? I don't understand. Literally, it was like, okay, they don't even tell you what Legos you're supposed to pick up to build stuff. So you kind of have to guess what's loose on the board to say, oh, that's a pickup. Okay, what do I do with it? This one looks like a twig. It looked like a Y-shaped twig.
It definitely looks calming.
Okay.
It definitely looks calming.
Oh yeah, calming, but also I think it'd be great for kids, just because you're saying, go for it.
Yeah.
Like you were saying about, your son picking up the device, the flipper, and just trying to figure it out on its own.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, we kind of you want to get person A over to person B, but they're not really telling you details how to do it.
Problem solving, figure it out.
Exactly.
Like
And it's Legos.
Yep.
And who doesn't like Legos?
I found it for the Switch.
There you go.
I'm downloading it.
It's downloading right now. How much was it for the Switch?
It's $20.
$20?
Yeah.
Wow.
How much is it on that?
It's part Apple Arcade.
Yeah, but how much do you got to pay for Apple Arcade?
Like $6 a month, I think.
$6 a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a Game Pass kind of thing. So, yeah. So, but no, hey, you know what? Hey, while you're on that, I want to go with you because I did start playing something I realized on Apple Arcade this week. Because I was listening to, they released, Twitch started releasing some of their stuff on Club as podcasts, which is, I love how they did it because mostly the visual ones, like I'm going to show you an Apple Arcade game. So I'm listening to these. Man, I'm like, as I'm listening, I just pull up the games on Apple Arcade to see what they're talking about. And this one is like, it's called Corn Sweeper, and it's Minesweeper with corn. With popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
You remember Minesweeper on the old Windows?
He was just playing that on Flipper Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep. Well, like, we got one for Apple Arcade too, and I think it's Apple Arcade only because when you look at the developer, it's just the guy's name. So I'm sure he's only doing this version of it. But yeah, it's very popcorn. There's like a story. There's a story mode, which I don't understand what the story is, but they got these cute little animations around it. It's all black, white, and with on a yellow backdrop. So if you miss Corn Sweeper, and yeah, I'm kind of missing Corn Sweeper.
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper. This is a more modernized version of it with a little bit of a theme. So it's kind of fun though, because it's not like, hey, you exploded. It's like, hey, the corn popped. So
it was burnt popcorn though.
Yes, it's a burnt popcorn. Yeah.
Burnt.
So well, this is interesting though, because I don't understand. I didn't get it because there's the X's and the O's ones, right? So like I click one, it wouldn't blow everything up, and I click another one and it would. So I wasn't entirely sure what that situation was. I'm still kind of learning the ins and outs.
Yeah,
of
what
this
was
game.
up with the X and the
yeah,
O?
you see, you kind of
like,
canceled out one of them, right? So
Yeah.
but it is available on Apple Arcade, so it is available for every Apple platform, including on the Mac. I guess I could have downloaded on the Mac to show it off a little bit.
There's kernels.
So
there's what do you call the stems?
Yeah, there's like this. Yeah, there's like the corn stalks in the middle of this, right?
Stalks.
So
Yeah.
like it's kind of fun. So
is.
go check it out. It's on your Apple Arcade if you're a part of that, and I got the whole Apple One situation.
Gapple.
The what?
The Gala. You said the Gapple
The
one.
Gapple one. Hey, I got a little bit of a sinus
Gala
thing
Apple
going on here. Leave me alone. I'm lucky I'm not coughing during this show
yeah,
yet. So.
I'm glad you're not.
Anyways, but hey, thank you everybody that does hang with us on the show from week to week and listen to my voice change with the seasons. Thank you everybody that is supporting us on patreon.com/awesomeclassic and our friends at the Coffee Club level, Cynthia Klosky as well at the fan show level, Michael Fedor, Matt Weller, John DeGore, and who am I forgetting? Oh, Dave Potter, spells the Rooster Fair, roosterfair.com. There you go. You guys can support the show too, and we have some extra content, some post talk where who knows what we'll get into at patreon.com/awesomecast. And of course, please subscribe wherever you are. Leave a review. I forgot to remind people, leave a review. Nobody leaves a review anymore. And you don't have to shout out ours, but always shout out your favorite podcast like once a week. Or just one you're listening to, because that always helps out. Just a little bit of shouty shouts out there. So sorry, I had a positive sharing week last week. So
You're a rock star.
Wow, that was loud.
My bad.
That was loud.
My bad.
What else do we got here? Dave, you caught wind of some of the big stuff. I think I put the most. What?
Is this a different section?
Oh, hey, this is the news.
Yep, it's the news.
Thank you. Still learning. Like I said, I'm not entirely with it today.
I was just making
I'm
sure.
on autopilot right now.
I was just making sure.
No. You're just like, where are we in the show? What segment? Where are we at? What is the show?
What is it?
Did we start yet? And goodbye. Anyways, Miss Dave Potter, I thought I put an updated version of this in here, but there's some big news coming out of the TV manufacturers. I think he's with us.
Is he?
Yeah, and a little. Yeah, I'm here.
Hello.
I'm here.
Hi.
Hello, I'm here.
I got
Can
you.
you hear me?
No, we got you. We got you. It just took a second.
Okay.
And I plugged in a more recent article on the updates on this, because that one's from a week ago. Looks like
Ghostface.
Yeah. So if you've looked at TV,
yes,
you've heard the name Vizio. It's a cheaper brand.
You might be watching us on one right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's crap.
I have two. Vizios are my primary TVs in my home, and they're both from before they started putting apps on them.
They have apps on TVs?
Excuse me?
What?
Excuse me? Wait, you're not aware of this?
I
don't know. I'm trying to figure out if you're messing with me or not right now. Yes. So you know how we have the stack of TVs over here that we use for our production or for over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every one of them has Roku or Fire TV or Vizio's own home-rolled app store on it.
Vizio has an app store?
They have their own app store for Vizio
and
TVs.
that's why Walmart bought them.
Yes.
Not because Walmart already uses a third party to make
advertising.
I forget what their brand
their
is
brand
for
is
TVs. Like
it's the On brand. I have several.
brand,
I have
yeah.
several of their
N.
TVs,
2 N's,
and they carry the Roku on them.
Okay, so the idea here is now because Vizio has their own operating system and their own ad network and way to track consumers. Now Walmart has that.
Yep.
So if you buy a Vizio TV in the future and you look at something, you buy something through the App Store, you're really going to Walmart.
Is it? Didn't Walmart used to have the streaming?
Yeah, they did. They had
did,
Vudu,
and they sold it.
They sold Vudu.
Yep.
Wow, they made that. Wow. And then who bought Vudu?
I don't know who owns Vudu.
Vizio.
Actually, yeah.
Vizio owns
It
Vudu.
might be Vizio.
Wow.
Let me hit the research department. So, anyways, Dave, is there any more about this? So, this is like now they're not going to have to license out Roku and go to another provider. Like this Vizio,
they have their own.
This all could they could combine all because both of their TV sections at this point, right?
Well, I'm assuming they're going to drop the one, the On brand, completely and just go with the Vizio. I don't know if they're going to rebrand it or just they're going to keep it as Vizio. But it's just a matter of behind the scenes, all the good data that advertisers love.
Yep.
That Vizio and Vizio, they're calling it. They have the SmartCast operating system. And they even say Walmart in a press release said it will create new opportunities to help advertisers connect with customers, empowering brands with differentiated and compelling opportunities to engage at scale and to realize greater impact from their advertising spend with Walmart.
Wow. Listen, I've had 2 Vizio TVs, including one that sat here in the studio until I dropped it. And it was the one I didn't have damage protection on, unfortunately. But anyways, it was, by the way, and they were dog slow. I mean, they're cheap TVs. I literally go, because we use them for production and traveling, I buy the cheapest panel I can. And I can't get a TV without apps on it right now.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Unless I want to go get a monitor, which are more expensive.
Yeah.
So, and I realize because they're subsidizing it with advertising.
Yes, they are.
That's why they're $80 TVs.
Yeah.
And they're 720s and they're 24 inches or whatever, right? So, and that's fine, but you know, like this one has Fire TV on it, and I get advertising every time I turn it on. I had a Samsung Galaxy ad on this thing.
Fire.
Personally, I'm getting fed up with my. I have a Chromecast with Google TV. It's on my bedroom TV, so I watch a lot of stuff on it. Right? I'm starting to get like Hardee's ads and scroll. I'm done. I'm freaking done with it.
Isn't there one in Millvale though?
What?
Hardee's.
Yes, but I don't want advertising. I literally pay for services to get rid of advertising.
But I haven't been to Hardee's in like.
Every time we have something going on Melville, it's like, let's go to Hardee's. So I know, right? Anyways,
but like you said, you're paying for services.
Yes.
And
that's why the Apple TV is $200 because almost $200 because you do not get
subsidized.
That. It's not subsidized.
It's not
like
subsidized
that.
by advertising.
Yeah, it's not a $40 Chromecast Google TV that I'm using, right? So, but now I'm thinking like I think I want to buy more Apple TVs because I don't want the advertising. I don't want those.
But you still need the. Well, assuming you don't need to buy a new TV physical, display.
I'm just gonna get a
you're
monitor.
fine.
Well, yeah, and I can always boot this thing up and have it go to HDMI in, like a lot of these do. Unfortunately, because there's an operating system now, you have to wait for the damn thing to boot into Roku before you go into your HDMI. Or Fire TV, or whatever it is.
I know we'll be able to hack those.
I wish, but there's got to be like a low end, like you activate a TV only mode or something, input only mode or something like that, right? So,
well, see, that's why our TV downstairs is old. It's 720.
Oh yeah, mine are mine are 1080s, but they're like 10 years old.
Yeah, but it's plasma. And it's 50 some inches, so it's heavy because it's plasma.
I'm gonna say,
but it works.
You've seen the plasma TV in the back of this studio. It is a Samsung plasma TV, and it is the most gorgeous picture that I have. Okay, it is the best looking TV I have.
Oh yeah.
Also, it significantly adds to the electric bill because holy crap, is that thing a power draw? I had one in my house, and I was like, holy crap! I hope this doesn't fall off the shelf. It's gonna kill somebody. And plus, if you tilt them, they're done. That's the other thing with them. So
yeah, because of the liquid on inside with the plasma. Yeah.
Yep.
But we're like, we go Walmart, we go to not really Walmart, but we go to Sam's Club, we go Costco. You see these giant TVs for dirt cheap. And we're just like, oh, it'd be nice. I said, it'd be nice to have a new TV, but it works at home. Mm-hmm. And the nice thing is it's a dumb TV. There's no apps.
Yep.
There's nothing on it.
No, nothing.
So it's literally it's a dumb screen, which is what I want, because I have a Chromecast, so I can cast from like an iPad.
You've already done this. You've already, but although I gotta say the nice thing, it is kind of nice to Chromecast to a TV natively, because that's what most of these you can cast straight to the TV without a Chromecast. So that would be nice. I think we might have lost Dave there for a moment.
No.
But I mean, it is nice to have that ability. And then you do have like, hey, you can have your Apple TV to do your AirPlay, but then like the TV itself will support the Chromecast. So yeah. So anyways, you know what you want to put on that TV that you just can't. Man, I'm about to change you guys' lives right now, because are you aware of the Eurovision competition? Kid Mental?
The Eurovision.
There was a movie about it with Will Ferrell. If you're not familiar, I can recommend it. It's on like Netflix. So it is like this, like it's like American Idol on steroids. There's the what is it? What was the what the Fox says? Like, give that wolf a banana. This one song that was going around a couple years ago. Give that wolf a banana. It came from this, right? So you have that situation, and then so this year is big. The big thing coming from that is apparently this guy's all over the internet as it is. Windows 95 man. It was a part of a set for somebody's song, doing some sparkler dancing in the background, sporting that Windows 95 classic T-shirt and cut-off jean shorts.
Wow.
There's even the hat. The hat is Windows 95 as well. So that is amazing.
What is this again?
Yeah, it's Windows 95 man. Representing Finland, by the way.
Finland.
Oh yeah, Eurovision.
Yes, but basically
so each country has its own competition.
Yep. And the winners go to this competition.
All of Europe has a giant competition together. Yeah.
It's their like insane American Idol type thing, I guess, right? So it is.
Imagine if American Idol had each state had its own competition. And then the winner of each state would go on to the national American Idol.
And it was just the wildest thing.
That just sounds...
Yeah. And it's not necessarily the best singers or the most. It's because I think it's all voted, right?
Yeah, it's a public vote.
Yeah, there's
and everything. And this is the movie that Will Ferrell did with Rachel McAdams.
The Story of Fire Saga.
Yes.
Is this like a documentary or
it's
like a mockumentary?
It's kind of a mockumentary, I think. But yeah, it's a Will Ferrell thing. It's a wonderful soundtrack, by the way. So,
you're laughing.
It's really amazing. It's wonderful. If you like Will Ferrell movies, especially. But no, it's kind of fun. It's good. Nice little. It's the Eurovision song. Story of the Fire
Eurovision's kind of like the World Cup of singing competitions.
Yes.
It's massive outside the U.S.
Yep.
Wow.
But inside the U.S., hardly anyone knows about it.
Until people are like, look at this stuff that happened over here.
Wow.
So like John Oliver will bring up guys like this, from this and everything. So definitely go check that out if you have not experienced the Eurovision. So let's see what else is on the docket here before we get out of here. Let's see. I don't know if this is terribly exciting. No, we're not going to do that. NVIDIA, at least for a moment, I think I heard. This is from last week. NVIDIA, the graphics chips. Also, they do a lot with AI, CPUs, GPUs, doing that. NVIDIA was worth more than Amazon and Alphabet as of last week.
Yeah.
Alphabet, of course, is Google, the parent company now, since they restructured it.
I was waiting for this.
They were worth $1.83 trillion mostly a chip manufacturer. And of course, they're getting into cloud computing with the GeForce Now service that we've talked about a lot on this show for a bit. I still play some games over there. I love that Game Pass. Microsoft Game Pass is now on NVIDIA GeForce. So if you have both subscriptions, you're having a really good time right now. So it was kind of fun to pull up some Forza on my Google TV thanks to NVIDIA. So nice little roundabout there. And if you don't know, GeForce Now is a service where basically you get to log into a computer that loads up your games in the best possible settings using NVIDIA hardware and streams it to whatever device. I think these are on Samsung TVs. Again, Google, Android TV, Android things. You can get a web app just like with Game Pass on your iPhone and play these games. So it really kind of expands out what devices you can play video games on. So it's been really nice. I'm still on the $5 Founders plan, thankfully. So and I know that's up to like $20 a month and stuff. So definitely worthwhile. And again, that's kind of a method of, they are providing most of the AI hardware out there, right? Or at least the best AI chips out there, right? So that kind of goes hand in hand with like the growth of your open AIs and your other AI attempts that are happening right now, right? They're only going to continue to grow at this point. So yeah.
Blockchain, baby.
Yeah, I just checked, Sorg.
Mm-hmm.
It just went down.
Okay.
So Google, Amazon, NVIDIA are all they're close.
Mm.
They're all at least $1.7 trillion market cap.
Yeah.
So it goes between
So
NVIDIA
close.
1.751.
And that's only because
It's 400 million.
It's all
$40
stock
million,
market. Isn't it all stock
but-
market based?
But it is.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of what the value of the stock is.
Which
But
is
basically they're within 1%, which is
Mhm.
crazy to say at $40 billion.
yeah, that's a big
It's
percent.
1%.
That's a big percent. That
But
percent could
That's
buy
a
a
massive
city.
percent. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 4%. And the fact that
ridiculous.
Microsoft's almost up to $3 trillion,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
which is crazy because
Don't
I think what
don't
they're
tell
making
anybody.
their money on
Don't tell anybody that runs Teams that right lately. But
Yeah, not true.
I've been hearing some nightmares about Teams. I think you shared one of them. So yeah, it's been bad lately with Teams. But anyways,
crazy.
bring back Skype. Hashtag bring back Skype. Nah, we're all good with Zoom. Hopefully they don't buy them. Anywho, yeah. So yep, that's the trillion sound.
Oh, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I did look into Voodoo, who owns it. It is being rebranded as Fandango at home,
Fandango got
or Fandango.
That's for our wrestling fans out there.
Yeah. It's a joint venture between NBC Universal and Warner Brothers.
wow.
As in Fandango is, yes.
Yeah.
NBC
I am
Universal just got out of the Hulu deal, and now they're going in bed with Discovery,
Oh my god! Like
Warner
this,
Brothers Discovery.
this
It's
monopoly.
all.
This
There's-
monopoly
they-
shit is ridiculous.
Listen. Let's talk about the speculation on streaming on the Patreon after this, because there's so much, and I don't like speculative things being on this show. I like that we can do that on Patreon. I want like solid things that are happening.
Solid.
To talk about, and I would like, oh, maybe this will happen. That's why we don't try not to report so much on Apple rumors on this show, because
But you
there's an
have-
entire podcast for that, and we're not it. Go there. You don't have to do that here. So
Enjoy the rumors, just not
Yes.
here.
Yeah, just not here. You can do that. Okay, here's a weird thing that came up with me. So I saw this, and I think it was initially an Android only, but I didn't mention this, or maybe we didn't. Maybe I passed over it. But can I tell you the weirdest feature that they've added to YouTube? And I don't know who decided this was okay. You may go through and you'll get a craving something new, and you pick a color palette. You got a red, blue, and green color palette. You select one of them, and it'll give you in your general feed. It'll give you videos in your feed based on the color scheme. So I tried it. There is a blue, and I don't know. There's a blue sky on a PBS NewsHour, and there's some like thumbnails of some video games. There's another more blue. It's like it's a Google podcast. It's the office hour stuff. You go to Red. Hey, look, it's our show, Wrestling Mayhem Show. It's a Red video with a red background. And again, I think this is more based on the thumbnail than anything else. There's an Uno party with the party video game streams with the wrestlers, and our video action figure video. Green, I'm getting a random video with about Tony Khan at AEW, a comic show. Like it, I don't understand it. What is it? What purpose is this serving with this thing?
You're too old to understand.
Am I too old to understand that? Is this something for the youngins? I just want blue videos. I'm feeling blue.
But think about like their attention span. Like these people do not watch these things through.
No.
They're tapping into dopamine. It's pulling up what they want to feel at that moment.
I want to feel blue. Is this like is there?
There's probably nothing really to it.
Is there like I don't want to say autism or something, but like is there some people with conditions? ADHD, you think? Like is there something
ADHD,
where
like you have to finish all
not that yeah, okay, that might be it. Yeah, like where like
With
hey,
the color?
like a color is soothing to me emotionally, you know,
that
kind
too.
of thing.
That
like
too.
I'm wondering if it
honestly,
fits in something like
I
that.
think it's YouTube. It's literally YouTube going and just saying, well,
let's see if it'll work.
Yeah, but we want to see if people will click on it and stay on the service longer so we can sell more ads.
Yeah.
So we'll throw something at the board. I don't think there's deep feeling about
I don't think so
literally.
either.
Somebody had to take time to program. I guess it could have been. It's just a search term, right? And we made a button, right?
It's data that they knew that they had. And they're like, how do we release this to the masses?
Maybe that's something too. Maybe when you go through, it's like, hey, videos with blue in the cover art get clicked more.
Yeah,
you know.
And then guess who starts making their cover art with blue?
Okay, man. I need to A/B test
also YouTube is running scared from TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just throwing everything out there.
It just seems like such a weird swing.
Oh no, it's weird.
Strange.
I think it's
so
literally. It's probably, I don't know if they still do the 10% or 20% thing where go work on it and see what happens.
Yeah, it's a wild card.
You know,
it's a wild
but it's
card.
like, hey, you know what? You're literally having people saying, okay, our views are only up 10%. We want them to be up 30%.
I mean,
what can we do? Well, what if we group them by color? Give it a try.
It's a generational thing too. It's like they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know how this generation is going to receive this. So they're like, oh, let's do something real quick. Boom, there it is. Oh, they liked it. Oh, they didn't. Pull it back. You know, I think that's what it is.
And finally, a public service announcement. We like to announce this every year that we call it, but I did realize it is that time of the year for your fish fries as people are going into Lent. As of, I think, last Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
So,
I just pulled that out of my pocket. I
What's
had
that?
some lint in my
No.
pocket. For real.
So the Catholics like their Lent, and we have some friends that listen to the show. And I think I was trying to figure. I thought we did on this show, but we had somewhere we talked with the developer that worked on this. Because if you're like, where do I get a good fish fry?
Yes.
Because one thing. Even if you're not even don't even go to church, one thing you can appreciate is the fish fries.
A good fish fry.
A good fish fry. If you're down for that, I posted it. I said for those who celebrate, but I should have said for those who celebrate fish fries.
Fish fries.
But it's something a developer, a local developer. Did a service for everybody, and there is the 2024 Pittsburgh Lenten Fish Fry Map that you can go look up. It's on GitHub. It's a development project. It's I believe it's leveraging. They're on OpenStreetMap. I think they did Google Maps before, and you can actually go see where all the major fish fries are, and even details on them. Let's click on this one. Let's see what Blessed Trinity Parish, St. Albert the Great Hall. That's a name. Up on Sheik Street. It gives you all the dates of the fish fry. It lets you know, is there alcohol? Are there homemade pierogies? Oh, because this is
better
Pittsburgh.
be.
Halushki.
Are they open Good Friday? Is there lunch? Is there a drive-through? Do they do take-up? And are they handicap accessible? Which is very important because a lot of these are very, very old churches. So
the answer is probably
every
no.
single one of those yellow ones is
yeah,
a church.
some of them
that
are.
one is fine, but St. Catherine of Siena Social Hall, St. Teresa of Kolkata is handicap accessible and also has your homemade pierogies. So there you go.
Halushki?
What? Halushki? What am I looking for? What am I looking for?
They do. It's in the menu. It's not a box.
Oh,
But they do list it in the menu if they have haluski or not.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Educate me on this haluski.
You don't know what haluski is?
I don't know. I don't think I do. Do I?
It's fried cabbage and onions
Oh.
in lots of butter.
You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to tell them it's haluski.
Well, yeah. but it's basically fried cabbage and onions with different seasoning and a lot of butter.
That's like a fairly Polish thing, right?
Oh, Eastern European, but I would say Polish.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. So
yeah. So you get your fish, you get your haluski, you get maybe your coleslaw. So you got all, and since it's breaded fish, you got all the carbs.
Yeah.
See, I always got my fish fry from the VFW back home, so like that's what I knew. I didn't know this was a whole church thing for the most part, but man, is it a thing around here?
Yeah, it was.
Like I discovered it when I moved to Pittsburgh. Holy crap! So, and there's
and real quick, because we are in the winter season, for those of us who grew up before they had the little tickers on the bottom of the screen, or they sent you a text, or you went to the app to see if your school was closed or not. The way you found out if your school was closed, you listened to the radio, and then they said St. Ignatius Church, Holy Family Parish in Oakmont, 2-hour delay, no more than kindergarten. And you had to go through all the saints. Once they started on those saints,
Saints.
You had to wait through all the saints if you were before the saints to see if you were called off or not.
Yeah, I got my call offs from the city of Youngstown, so we had to wait a long time and hope they actually called it in.
They never called mine in. Never.
Yeah.
I never hear Calvary Christian Academy. Never. Ever.
No, and
I don't
back
know
in the
why.
day, you never heard City of Pittsburgh Public Schools.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And it was crazy because sometimes we'd be like, oh, if I can't remember what school it is, but if so-and-so school, then definitely Calvary Christian Academy. And the one year it was that school, and they still didn't say Calvary Christian Academy. I'm like, God damn.
Yep.
Whew.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some Christian academies. They were like, no, you pay money and you go, you know what I'm saying? I have no idea. Like, I'm like, you already got our
Suck it
money.
up.
Like, why?
Suck it up.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yep. Oh boy, Kid Mantle, thank you so much. Always fun.
Thank
you for bringing your toys.
Yes, of course, always.
Hell yeah.
I gotta switch these up. I got some. It's the same ones every year. Every day. I gotta change it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Dave Bonner of the iPhoneography podcast.
Oh, thanks so much for having me on, Sword. Glad to be here. Prof Pod pretty much everywhere, except for, as you say, the Tiki Talk, where I'm Prof Pod PGH.
Hey, what is this behind her? Did you clear your medals from
no,
your
it's over to the other side. It's on.
They're there.
over
They're
there.
just kinda,
Dividers. You got all
behind,
these
yeah.
hooks.
Those
here?
are the same there. Those are the same hooks from the other day.
Is this the expansion? Is this an expansion for more medals? Yeah, look at that. You started a new wall.
He did.
Yeah, this is 2024.
Oh.
That's the 3 from 2024.
There you go. Oh, so many hooks to fill there. Fill them hooks, Potter. Good job.
Hook it up.
Look at that. That is setting a challenge for yourself to fill this. I appreciate that.
Hook it up.
At Sorgatron on the Twitter. I'll be in New Kensington Thursday and Friday with 880 Wrestling. They're doing the Misconnections 2. If you go see the Misconnections 2 commercial, I made it in there. So,
Yay.
yeah, I'm in a wrestling commercial. So that's a thing that's happening.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I am not MV Young's mystery opponent. I swear. I don't need MV Young to be punching me in the face on a Friday night. I have to run the show. Okay. So, anyways, those will be live streaming on IndieWrestling.us everywhere we stream, including the YouTube, Twitch, and over on Grind City with our buddy Buttons. And I will also be in Murraysville. I'm going to figure out more about that place tomorrow, apparently, for 247 Fighting Championship, a new venue, and excited to see what we have in store there. Always some good MMA action. I understand old friend is coming and checking out with their kid for the first time. So hoping they enjoy that and look forward to the new venue, since the Monroeville Convention Center is going to be no more.
What?
So yeah, Hobby Lobby took it over. So goodbye, Steel City Con. Goodbye, 247 in Monroeville. Everybody's finding new places, but I think 247 has some good news lately. So, Miss, the wife of the show, Missy, will be in Charlotte, North Carolina for Ashe Wrestling.
Ooh. I
that'll be fun. I think they're doing a special Black History Month edition of the show down there. So, that'll be fun to see what comes out of that as well. So. And thank you so much, everybody. You have been our awesome audience. Stay tuned if you're on Patreon. We will have something extra for you. We'll be complaining about whatever we were complaining about earlier. Next up, you have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.